I gotta go to the hospital. My jaw hurts really bad.
Okay, you're doing an awful lot of talking for hurting awful bad.
He got jumped by 8 guys. I think one girl's fine with 1 punch.
All right.
I don't want to hear your story. I want to go to the hospital.
Excuse you?
I want to go to the hospital.
You better back up out of my face or your jaw's definitely going to be broken.
I want to go to the hospital.
You understand me?
I understand you completely. I want to go to the
hospital. Don't ever get in my face again.
Because you're white?
You want to go to jail, don't you?
I don't. I want to go to the
hospital.
hospital.
Shut the hell up and back up.
Why? I have a First Amendment. I don't want to go.
Well, here's a new video that I just received out of Morgan County, West Virginia, showing an interaction between several young guys and multiple sheriff's deputies with the Morgan County Sheriff's Department outside a local bar there. What it shows is troubling, but really it's not surprising. Police officers who can't control their temper when they're interacting with someone who they think is running their mouth, or as the courts call it, quote, mere words. So here in the Fourth Circuit, police cannot use violent physical force in response to somebody's mere words, even if those cops perceive those words as obstruction or as even threatening. Now, this clip started making its rounds on TikTok, and it just popped up in the news here actually in West Virginia that this agency, the Sheriff's Department, has ordered an independent investigation into the footage by an outside agency. So this happened on December 3rd, 2022. The guy they're talking to had been assaulted in a bar there in Berkeley Springs, West Virginia. His friend had called police. After the police arrived, it became clear that they did not intend to help. So one of the men began to film.
Am I doing something wrong? I need to go to the hospital. I have a dislocated jaw.
You're talking awful damn good for
You know what? Because I'm a fucking soldier. That's what it is.
My last video discussed the fact that in some circumstances there's a constitutional right to medical care. Police don't necessarily have a duty to provide you with medical care if you're not in their custody, but once you're in their custody, now they're responsible, at least in this sort of a context. Now here the man is requesting medical care. He requests a hospital. He's not in custody as of yet, it appears, but as though you'll see, he does not indeed receive the medical care that he's requesting. He receives something else.
I'm a fucking soldier. You don't know where the I came from. I need to go to the hospital. I need to.
Then shut the hell up and start walking toward the ambulance.
Thank you.
Why?
She told us we can't go over there.
Why are you gonna me up?
What the are you gonna me up?
Yep. Turn around. Put your hands behind your back.
He's not resisting. Why are you choking him?
Okay.
Bro, this looks like a sexual Are you attracted to that Why you stupid
So now clearly we have somebody in custody. Well, it looks more like a loving embrace. Police need reasonable suspicion to detain someone, but they need probable cause to perform a warrantless arrest. Now here, just prior to being taken into custody by Officer Friendly Eyes, the guy is asking the officer why he said that he would F him up. He asked him that several times, and the officer does not react well to that. However, the courts have held repeatedly that asking a police officer questions like that is perfectly appropriate and likely protected under the First Amendment. We do have a constitutional right to question and to criticize our government officials, police officers included, our public servants. But Officer Friendly Eyes just isn't having it.
Back up.
You want to go too?
Well, why are you choking?
Back up.
Yeah, you already got everything in camera. There's 3 brave guys with the fucking beanie. His ears are cold.
Then we have Officer Beanie. He seems nice enough until you criticize his beanie. Then it's game over.
Yeah? You ready? You ready for it? I'll lose my last penny for losing you, little. Yeah, you guys can't do it. I have never done it. Tie hard.
Where's your ID at?
My ID is my wallet. When I got punched, I lost it. Check the cameras and you will probably see it. You said what? You said I'm a little Hispanic? What did you say?
I said I got your stupid blood all over.
Stupid what?
Look away from me now.
Notice that the officer is saying, "Look away from me now." He's trying to force the guy's head and his eyes in another direction. I've seen this before. They like to teach cops about these so-called pre-assault indicators, and one of these they call target glances. This is some sort of voodoo that cops will testify in court about as to the reason why they ended up getting violent with an arrestee. They were trained about these things, and they noticed that, according to their training, they observed a target glance, and their training teaches them that they're about to be assaulted by the individual. So it's like this Orwellian thought crime.
I'm not resisting. You're not. Don't resist, bro. Don't resist. Just let it be, bro. Just let it be.
You know what it is, right?
You can talk shit, but just don't move.
Okay.
Don't buck up.
Hey, don't move. Don't move. Don't move.
Both men are not handcuffed. Thus, the officer's actions at this point really are going to be less reasonable if violent force is used, which they do. Sure, handcuffed people can still hurt people, but generally, they are known to be unarmed. Their hands are secured behind their back. There are multiple officers present to control them. It can also cause serious injuries where someone is thrown to the ground, and there have been many in-custody deaths and very serious injuries that have occurred in this manner. After the video turns off, both men were placed in the rear of a police car for a little while. Shortly afterwards, they were released with no charges. The one guy was finally able to go to the hospital and receive medical treatment. The video was actually shared confidentially by a couple of law enforcement officers, ended up making its way to me. They wanted to know how guys like this officer get to act up like this, even caught on video, and not lose their job. Because other officers are held to a different standard. There does appear to me to be some constitutional violations here. Obviously, the officers have the right to detain individuals at the scene of a reported altercation. At some point here, though, in response to medical complaints and some F-bombs, it somehow turns into a use of force. There's going to be a good argument here for some Fourth Amendment violations. Perhaps excessive force and also a warrantless arrest occurring in the absence of probable cause. Then there's another couple of uses of force later in the video. But I'd really need to see the full police report, if it exists, and the 911 communications to gather all the facts. I'm going to dig into my files, my sources, and see what I can find. I'm going to go ahead and FOIA the body cam footage. You can see that they are wearing body cams. Now, they may not release it just yet because apparently there's going to be an independent investigation, but I'll get it eventually, so stay tuned. As always, thanks for watching. Subscribe for updates, including on this, because I'll definitely update once I get that body cam footage. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you have additional information about these officers or this agency, please feel free to send it my way. If you have some different video that you want me to see, use the submission link in the description or at the blog at thecivilrightslawyer.com. Remember, freedom is scary. Deal with it. I'll see you next time.